Okay, let's cover in this video why people from interstate buy in different areas. So a lot of people from Sydney buy in Melbourne and maybe in Queensland, and also in Queensland I should say. Why would they leave Sydney and buy in Melbourne? So a lot of factors are involved. Most of the time Sydney is because it's very expensive already. So a lot of people have been, they can't really afford to buy in there, or they don't want to spend that much money and lock themselves in one property over there. So they want to look for more options, they want to look for different areas. So Melbourne sometimes is a very good choice for them, because for around 500,000 they can buy a very good house, a 4-bedroom house in the outer suburbs of Melbourne, which works well for many of those kind of clients. So they might be looking for investment, and some of them do actually migrate here just because they want to buy a house here, because they might be self-employed there, or they can change their jobs, or get a transfer from a job, and then just move here and get into their own house. So affordability is one of the big things that why people from Sydney come here in Melbourne or go in Queensland. The other thing is also, sorry, I just need to navigate this. Okay, so the other major thing is also the yields. You might be buying a property which is around 900,000, 1 million in Sydney, but the rentals, they haven't grown that much. The yield that you can get from those kind of properties, they might be very good for the capital growth, but the yield or the rental yield is not there. So people sometimes they would prefer something with a higher rental yield, so that the mortgage is being covered as much as possible, and it's not like a financial stress on them every month. So that's one of the big factors as well. Other things is like people might have relatives here, or they might have friends there who would have talked good about property market in Melbourne, so they want to come here, and at least they know that they have someone who's giving them some information regarding how it all works in terms of property market. So that's one of the two big reasons, the affordability and the rental yields, that people want to buy in Melbourne rather than Sydney. And also is the fact that some home buyers also, they can't afford to buy a big house there, or they can only afford an apartment in Sydney, but they, with the same kind of price, they might be able to buy a good house and land package or a new house in Melbourne. So that's the reasons they would like to buy in Melbourne. And yeah, so it really depends on what they're thinking and what sort of guidance they're getting. I always recommend to people, don't keep waiting 10 years to buy a house in an area where you want to live, or if you can't afford it, just invest somewhere. It could be in outer like some areas of Sydney that are more affordable, or somewhere in Melbourne. Property is very stable. Generally it will go up in value over a long-term period, and then you make your money from that. So small market trends go up and down, but overall long-term you should win with properties. So that's one of the reasons. My guidance to people is always buy something at a lower price, and maybe a 450, 500, depending on what area you want to choose. Buy something, let it build equity for you, and then that way at least it prepares you for a property. So for a property that you can buy in your own area, rather than not buying anything and you wait 10 years, 15 years, nothing happens. You can't save that much money. People struggle to save money. That's always going to be there. Even people with we see people with tremendous amount of income. They have 200,000, 250,000 coming up in a year, combined income or single income of 200,000, 250,000. Still they find it very hard to save money. Okay, because we spend more. If we're earning more, we'll spend more. That's always there. And some people have other things going on. So if you tie up the money in a property which is less affordable for you, or easily affordable for you, and lock it in and let it grow in equity, then that property is actually saving you money. That property is helping you save, like building equity into your portfolio. And actually it's also a saving which most people, like we're talking 30 to 50,000 equity that getting built over every year over a period of time. So that equity is adding to you, rather than without you having to do anything. Basically, you set up a system, you buy a property, you put tenants in, you get the loan, and then there you go. And then that property helps you start accumulating equity or cash for you for the future purchases, or because once you have the property for 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, you can refinance that property and get the money out to buy some other big house or another investment property house. And also, or you can sell that property and get some more, divide that money into 2 or 3 properties depending on what the scenario is. So yeah, that's pretty much it in this video. We'll see you in the next one. I hope I can give you more information and more make it more easier for you to make a decision regarding your property purchase. More than happy to help you out. Give me a call on 0433 213 993 and we can discuss your situation in detail. Okay, all right, so until next time, we'll see you next time, and we'll take it from there. Okay, take care, see you.